It is Media Day for the University of Rio Grande. Here, the 2024 version of the University of Rio Grande softball team. And Randy Payton, the Sports Information Director, joined by head coach Chris Hammond. We've also got players Boo Sturgill and Lexi Carnahan. Coach, we'll start with you. 35-18 last year, 22-8 in conference play. But you go 1-2 in the conference tourney. Both of those losses were to the two teams that played for the championship. And your streak of going to the NAI national tournament gets broken. And I know, although 35-18, a very good year, you guys kind of looked at it as a disappointment.
Well, when you've had the success we've had over the last 9-10 years, it was a tough pill to swallow. And when, you work hard and you fall short of your goals, it is a disappointment. I thought our kids had a lot of effort. I think the one thing maybe we lacked probably more than anything was maybe consistency and execution. I mean, the games that we fell short in, we probably just didn't do enough just to come out on top. But the one thing I want to, I felt like our energy and our effort was there. It was just, we were a young team last year. There was 5-6 freshmen in that lineup. So I said going into last season, it was a lot about growth, and hopefully we came out, better going into this season.
At the same time, though, you have to be excited about the season that's to come. 6 first-team all-conference players, all of whom are back this season. Kate Brisker was an honorable mention All-American, and obviously that's good tools to try to build yourself back up with.
Yeah, we've got a lot of veterans back, and I think that, those freshmen now are sophomores, and they've got a year's experience under their belt. They kind of know what the grind is of going through a season, and we started practice this week, and I felt like we've had 9 good practices, and our energy level has been great, and we'll be excited for February 16th to get here.
We'll start with Lexi down on the end. Your final go-around in this, and like I mentioned, it was a good season last year, but it didn't live up to the expectations that you guys have made over the past few years. Kind of talk about that.
Yeah, for us, going to nationals is something that we're used to, and I think last year we got a little too comfy with the fact that we've been for the past however many years. I think this year we're going to have a much better season. I think we have a lot more effort, a lot more energy, and a lot more depth. Really, that's all I got to say about that. I think we just fell short in a couple areas last year, and I think we're much stronger this year in those areas.
Boo, what's your take on the season to come? I know it was your first year in the program last year, and kind of a learning experience on the move, and now that you're, I guess, entrenched in the program, what do you think about the coming season?
Yeah, I'm really excited for the season. I think we have a lot of good energy and effort going right now, and I think we're also gelling together a lot better. Just hyping up our teammates, like we're just trying to work on really just coming together, getting everything ready, because we obviously did fall short of our goals. And I think that we have a lot of potential this season. We have a lot of depth, like Lexi said. We have options this year, so we're just trying to figure out where each piece needs to go to get the best team together that we can to reach those goals.
Coach Boo just mentioned having options, and we were kind of joking before we started this. You said everybody on the roster is a utility player. That I don't know that that's good, but in a way it gives you options, and you can fill in places when you've got kids that can play multiple positions.
Oh, it does. It does. Again, it's a long season. There's going to come times maybe you need to rest somebody a game, and given, and she talked about the depth we have, and we do have more depth this year in our team, and I think that the big thing is with that depth, in practice, those kids are being challenged every day, and that's what you want when you're practicing is competition at those spots. So it does make a team stronger when you do have depth.
Success a lot of times at the collegiate level boils down to what kind of pitching you have. You've got Sidney Campolo back, Brickman is back, who you got some good work out of last year, and you were able to add a new face at the break that you're really excited about.
Well, Maddie Ogden, comes in from Morehead State, and Maddie, her pedigree speaks for itself as far as what accomplishments she's had throughout her career. Definitely a talented kid in the circle, and even at second base, she's been working some at second. Good hitter. I think the big thing that she brings to us, she's just a great person, and I think the big thing is that she's going to bring her experience and her leadership, and definitely make our team stronger.
Girls, kind of talk about the competition that you face inside the River States Conference. Obviously, in the past couple of years, St. Mary of the Woods has shown up really well. IU Southeast always seems to be there in the end. Point Park has had its moments. It's a pretty tough league to try to work your way through.
I think when it comes to us, that every team brings their best. That is a big game for everyone. They want to beat us. And I think we just have to bring our A game every single game and not let up. I think a couple of times last year we played down to our competition, and this year with the depth that we do have, competing in practice has, I feel like, prepared us a lot more for the season to compete and not play down to our competition's level, because when we play down, we don't beat our competitors as bad as I think we can. So I think that's a big challenge for us, is to not play down to any competition and be the best team that we can be every single game when we step on the field for each other.
Lexi?
I also think that it's really important. Last year we got a lot of good looks at the people that are really hurting us on those teams. Lyric Krause on St. Mary of the Woods seems to get a lot of doubles off of us. I think we found out pitching her super low, super outside, making her chase is important to our success. I think batters like the player of the year for IU Southeast, I think finding pitches that don't work for her and work for us is going to be important to our success this year. As well as the one girl from Point Park who also took a toll on us. I think she was almost 5 for 6 off of us in the two tournaments the two games we had. Finding ways to work around the big people in their lineups, and to really, that would help our success, to help us have a better outcome, a better turnout. And I think our scouting reports on them are just getting stronger as the years go on.
Coach, we'll wrap it up by asking you the same question. Kind of scout the River States Conference. You guys, of course, have had a great deal of success over the past few years, but it's like there are some schools now that are trying to catch up with you.
Well, and that's what you want. You
Correct.
want that. I think St. Mary of the Woods and IU Southeast and other teams in the conference have improved, and I think you go to St. Mary of the Woods, they're a very talented team, great group of kids, and they play hard, and you're going to be in a battle with them, because the things that impress me with them so much is they're fundamentally sound, but they play hard, and they don't quit. They're just they could play those low scoring games. They can also outslug you too. So and they got a lot of speed, and they try to make you make mistakes. So you've got to play airless ball against them, because they'll make you pay. IU Southeast, she had a lot of veterans last year, and they're back, and I think again, a very good team, and they're looking to get better, and then you go on our side in the division, and I think the big thing on our side is, I think Ohio Christian has about everybody back now. The one thing, new coaches. So now you don't know what kind of style of ball that they're going to play. So, you're going to get a feel for it, I guess, once we start the seasons. But I think since I've started here, this is my 9th season. This conference has gotten better and better every year. So. That's the way we want it.
And the last thing before we let you go, you guys playing again another tough non-conference schedule, trying to get you ready for conference play.
Well, that's a big thing. When I looked at that schedule, and then, out of our first 14 games, 10 of the 14 are against top 25 or receiving votes. 6 of those 14 are top 5 teams. So, I mean, at the NFCA Classic, we always have, it's a great experience for our kids to go down there and play. It's going to have a postseason feel at it to start out of the gate. And then, we're going down to Cumberland's and playing teams out of the Mid-South with Campbellsville and Cumberland's. And then we got UNOH there as well, and Taylor out of the Crossroads, out of the Crossroads. So, great competition. And of course, we'll in our our preseason route there with our annual trip to Georgia Gwinnett that we play 4 times, and you're going to face the best pitcher in the conference there, or in the country there, and then Annalise Wood. So you're going to get. This will be a great challenge for our kids, we better play. We better be at the top of our game.
I think it also gives us a figuring out just how to win. We might not always be the better team on the field, but figuring out how to come together and just win the game. Just trying to figure that out with the preseason stuff. I think the competition will help us with that and prepare us for season, because our preseason competition is very, very good.
Well, there you go. There's the word on the 2024 University of Rio Grande softball team here on River State's Conference Media Day.